While having a sales funnel could arguably be one of the most important things that you could implement in your business or your sales process, number of stages in one could be open for interpretation. If you're new here, my name's Nate at Nightimenickels. I create content all about creating residual income through affiliate marketing. So if you're interested in content like that, I would much appreciate it if you hit the like button and you subscribed. So in this video, I want to talk to you about the stages of a sales funnel, and I'm going to explain each stage. Depending on which videos you watch or where you read, most people will say that there is 5 stages. However, I believe that there's 6, and there's strong reason for that. So let's go ahead and jump right into it, and I'm going to start with stage number 1. The first stage of probably one of the most important parts of a sales process. Let me back up for a sec. I assume that since you're here, you know what a sales funnel is, but if you don't, a sales funnel is merely a metaphor for a journey that you're taking your customer on from stranger to buyer. And so basically all it is, it's a representation of your sales process. So step number 1 is research. While technically this isn't a specific stage in your sales funnel, this could be the most important part, because if you don't get this done right, your sales funnel will not convert, and the way that people see your sales funnel, it's just not going to work. Before you even start editing or creating your sales funnel or even building an offer, you need to identify who your ideal customer is. That way you can create a funnel and web pages that invoke some type of emotion in them and caters to their personal needs and their interests. The deeper and more target that you can get, the closer that you're going to be able to identify with your dream customer. This is going to make the possibility of creating long-lasting customers as easy as possible, because you're going to be able to resonate with them. So stage number 2 is awareness. This is the top of the sales funnel. Technically, most sales funnels will not say that the research part is in it. However, I like to look at it that way. The top of the sales process is the top where your potential clients begin the journey of becoming a paying customer. This section is all about building brand awareness and getting your message out there. And this stage of the audience can be broader. You still do want to have a target audience. In this stage of the sales funnel, you're going to want to convey your message across as a solution to the problem. And the key is to get your message and offer where your dream customers are already congregating and where they're already spending their time. Kind of got to finesse it and get your offer into places that would already be relevant. You know, if I'm selling a weight loss product, I could then plug in the front end of my sales funnel, aka the URL or the website, to places that are already relevant. And you can do this by offering some types of free ebooks, webinar, PDFs and cheat sheets and things like that. Always work really well in this process. So the next stage, number 3, is interest. Now that your leads, now that you've converted those potential customers into leads, you've moved away from the awareness stage, and now you're moving into interest. At this point, you've gotten their attention and it invokes some type of emotion, and they need additional information to actually purchase. This is where you're going to want to personalize your messages, such as email marketing, retargeting ads, if you're actually contacting them on Facebook Messenger and social media and things like that. This phase requires usually a lot of testing and split testing, depending on what types of campaigns that you're running, or if you're doing organic or whatever. This is the interest phase, where most people are going to, especially if you're selling like a high ticket product, more people will need more information and more things to buy. And so we'll move on to stage number 4, which is desire. Now that your prospects have become aware of your brand and built up interest in what your services are offering, it's really to create some type of desire. You can do this by really highlighting what how your product or service will make someone feel. People don't really buy products because they need them, or the majority of the time people buy something because how it will make them feel. They bought something because it makes them feel good, or they want a result. They want, they want to lose weight. They want to achieve financial freedom. They want to feel good for their look good for their wife. They want to feel something. We're emotional creatures, and we actually purchase things off emotional most of the time. There's some type of emotional thing behind it. So you want to create some type of desire and have your product and your sales pages convey some type of invoke some type of emotion and be a solution to the problem, and how it will make them feel, what the end result will be. So stage number 5 is action. This is where the magic happens. This is where your prospects actually convert into paying customers. However, do not let that be the tone of this phase. Instead, ensure that your customers are enjoying or having success in whatever they are having success with whatever you just sold them. You don't want to just leave them there, just sell them a product and be like, oh, see ya. Depending on how you interact with your customers in this section of your sales funnel will determine whether you're able to continue to sell products or services to them down the line. This is where you're going to create loyal customers, and you're going to build your brand, and depending on how you interact with your customers here is going to dictate whether people are going to continue to buy from you. I know I just said that, sorry for repeating myself, but say someone bought something from me and I just let them go to their own devices and go about using that product. However, if I then follow up with the person that bought that product and I maintain relationships with them and they ask them how everything's going, they're more likely to purchase products down the road. And I could also create products that accent the products that they bought and then offer them to them. So you could reintroduce people into separate funnels this way. If you maintain good relationships with somebody, you can then take them into a different sales funnel and sell them to a completely different product. So the last stage and the final stage of the sales funnel can change names depending on where you read it or what video you watch. And I like to call it maintenance. And this is the ultimate goal of this stage, is to maintain relationships with your customers. Having a small business or an online business or being in like an affiliate marketer like I am, there's no difference than huge brand name companies. This is the lifeblood of most business is return and repeat customers. And that's the key. Just a fun statistic here on my computer is a 5% increase in your retention rate could result in as high as a 95% increase in profit. You're able to recreate and you're able to monetize on these people more than once. And that's how most companies actually make the majority of their revenue, is they continue to get repeat customers and they build a loyal brand, loyal fans, and then they release a new product and they're lining up to buy it. Everyone wants to buy the new iPhone, everybody wants to buy the new Android, everybody wants to buy the new Nikes. That's what sales funnels will give you the ability. Not just sales funnels, but that is the last step of sales funnels, is creating loyal customers by maintaining relationships with them, whether that's just sending non-sales messages and just contacting them regularly and without being salesy. You maintain those relationships, then you can continue to monetize on them. So just to summarize the 6 stages of the sales funnel, number 1 is technically not in the sales funnel, but I'm going to count it as a step, is research. Figure out who your target audience is before you ever even try to make a sales funnel, because if you don't, you could potentially create a sales funnel that is not going to convert because it doesn't appeal to the right people. 2, building brand awareness, making people aware of your offer and aware of what you have to sell and what you're promoting. This performs really well by going out and getting the front end of your sales funnel or your URL out into places that people are already congregating, that are interested in your service. So if I'm selling a weight loss product, I would go join weight loss fitness groups, things like that. Interest, number 3 is interest. That's where you're going to create interest by, you can use testimonials or all sorts of other things to spark people's interest. And desire is where you are, sorry, I got that backwards. Interest is where you're going to like personalize and retargeting advertising, messaging, marketing. And desire is where you're going to use case studies, reviews, and time-sensitive offers to prompt people to sign up now. And number 5 is action, where your leads and your potential customers are actually going to take action and they're going to purchase from you. And the final stage is maintenance, where you create raving fans who will continue to purchase from you, and you are going to be able to generate revenue over and over again. So that is going to be it for this video. If you could like and subscribe, it would be much appreciated. If you do have any feedback for my content, you could also leave that in the comments. I am a fairly new YouTube channel and I'm trying to grow, and all of the feedback would be much appreciated. I will also leave a link to an article I wrote on all 6 of the stages of sales funnels, so that way you can get a visual. It has pictures and everything that you can see other than just a video of me rambling. So that's it. I'll see you in the next video.